Guess who's happy? I am. Wanna know why? 'Cause Better Than Buildcraft is now available for 1.2.3, and I have converted my world over, and I think one of the first things I'm going to want to do is try to find a jungle. Now, I've been out that way quite a ways. So I think traveling in that direction would probably take a little bit too long. And that way there's ocean, and that way there's ocean. Ha! I don't have to jump anymore. And over this way I did see an island off in the distance. Oh, but before I get too distracted, I do have one problem that has happened since BTB has updated. Sticky pistons will break a rod not a rod, an axle, if it tries to push it. It does not, however, break a gearbox, so I need to rewire this a bit so it's pushing a gearbox that I'll have here. That way I won't be breaking any of the power from my water wheel. Or maybe I'll just tear down this entire thing and make an actual area for hibachi. But that is not what we're doing in this episode. Let's see if I can find the island in the distance again. Now it's out that way, and you can kind of see the ocean rising up a little bit at the bottom there. So, I'm going to need a boat. Oh yeah, one thing I just noticed is this door's backwards. I'm pretty certain that it used to flip open onto the left side. And another thing that's changed, the millstone now is horizontally laid out instead of vertically. And I think that's to accommodate Buildcraft pumping items into it. Because before I had a setup where items were being pumped into the millstone and they only went into the center slot, and once the center slot was full they just fell out of the pipe. So that'll be interesting to check out later. Yeah, that door is the same. Alright. Bring all my eggs and some apples. That should be enough food to last. And a boat. And an emergency workbench. I'll also bring an axe and my torches. And where did I put that bed? I'll need some dirt for that too. 7 should be good. Yeah, I keep taking the long way to the shed. I just have to go through here. Ah, there's my bed. Alright. We're set for adventure. I christened this boat Splinter Bottom. I don't know. Ah, look at all those squid. Alright, so I'm going to be making a long journey, and I'll just keep on updating anytime there's something interesting. This island just looks to be an island. Nothing special. Nope, that's more than an island. It's a bigger island with a tree and a rose. You could live there. Alright. Let's see. Desert and snow. That makes complete sense. You know, with how much ocean there is around here, I could make an impressive quarrying excuse me, impressive quarrying system. After all this water would turn any lava into cobble and obsidian, so my quarry machine would never stop until it hits bedrock. And once we're further out, it'll be able to go twice as deep as normal. So maybe I'll just end up moving my base to the jungle. Of course, I have to find it first. Well, this ended up not being too far off. Let's see, I left about midday and the night is just setting. Alright, so let's make for shore. Hup! And yeah, I better make a emergency shelter quick. There we go. So I wonder how big this sun's gonna be. Ah, my legs. Well, I heard that holding shift you can actually climb the vines that are just dangling in the air. If you go about it right. Let's try this. Nope. I might not be high enough off the ground. Aha. Oh well. If it's true, then you can make some interesting adventure maps using that. Oh, that's an interesting sight. Of course there's cows everywhere still. Ah, my legs again. Ooh, Skelly. That's right, now I get to see the new mob AI in action. Grr. I'll just keep breaking my legs. It's no problem. That is an impressive amount of oil. So now, is this going to be another island, or is it actually mainland? Well, it's stretching on quite a ways, so I'm assuming it's going to be mainland. So I'm liking how this place looks. Ooh, an ocelot! Don't have any fish. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. That's a little bit fun. Alright, let's climb up here and see if we can get a better view. I probably should have brought shears. I could set these vines in a more climbable way. Oh, not doing too bad. Yeah, I'm definitely going to move over here. Although everyone is moving over to the jungle areas now. Seeing a lot of Let's Players search for them and start setting up tree houses. Well, one thing we do need to get is one of these saplings. Oh yeah, all my achievements are reset now. Alright, so eventually we'll get a sapling from that. Oh, here's one. Perfect. Now I just need to get a pine sapling and a birch sapling. And then I can make a special kind of tree. I'm actually going to wait for a few more because I'd like to grow one of those giant trees near my house. Just for the sake of having one. chopped out another tree. Oh, there went one. Alright, so that's 2. That's actually another thing I'm wondering now. If the oak tree seems to produce several more saplings in the swamp biome, then perhaps these jungle trees would as well. There. That's all that I needed. Yeah, I'm not going to try that. I was contemplating trying a high dive, but there's all these conveniently placed vines, so no need. But yeah, that didn't take too long to find at all. I was expecting to travel for days before reaching any sort of jungle. But if I ever decide to actually move over to this area, it wouldn't take too long at all. I could probably just set up all my items to be put into a chest, and then piped over here with buildcraft pipes. But then there's my secret project, and that wouldn't be able to get moved over here. I actually haven't done too much on it yet, but I don't know. It's a tough decision. Well, I've given it some thought, and I've decided what I will do. Right now I have all the machinery set up over here, and a pretty decent supply of food coming in, but over there I have a deeper world to dig out. So yeah, it says I'm at Y64, and I don't know if that changes when I go over there or not. But since the world is supposed to be twice as big, I assume it goes twice as deep. Because it would be kind of silly for everything to just be put up into the sky for height. Actually, yeah, it says I go up by 1, so I don't really know how it works, if that's not obvious to you. Either way, if it does go twice as deep, then I'll want to be setting up my quarries over there. And if I'm going to be setting up my quarries over there, I'm going to want to be having a base of operations over there that I'm in most of the time. That way they will be operating all the time. That makes sense to you guys? I hope it does, because I'm just kind of rambling. Actually, don't need anything from there. So my main problems with that are, as I have said, oops, forgot one step. Like I said, my main problems with that are my secret project and also my base here. I would have to get most of my stuff moved over there. And there's also lighting it up, because I think it'll be a little bit more difficult to light up the jungle with all the trees and stuff. Of course, I could just make my base underground and hardly ever go to the surface. But that would defeat the purpose of having the jungle biome. Oops, that's backwards. So I'm probably just gonna chew on it until I actually can make a quarry. And once I am able to make one of those, I will decide then. There is also the fact that there's oil all around me while I'm here. Actually, I should have just left this turntable right here. And I'm going to set this up properly. Oh, darn it. Alright, that's right. I need to make a repeater. And actually I do have stone here and some coal, so I'll just whip up another batch of smooth stone. And sorry if my office chair creaking is a little obnoxious, but every time I move in it, it just goes and screeches. Can't really help it. It's not my fault. If anyone thinks I sound a little bit bored right now, I'm not really bored, I'm just kind of tired. Summer weather always does this to me. So I'll have that go down and down. Repeater. Oops, not far enough out. How did I have this set up on my other world? I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I guess that doesn't work anymore. I have to have it set to 3. Well, I will eventually tear that down and actually make a right area. And I realized that I never uploaded a checklist into my video for the Age of Wood Tier 4. And I don't know how I forgot to do that. But it's something that happens. Not much I can do about it now. And I have been tired a lot lately, but didn't think I was that tired that I'd forget something critical that I've been putting in every video. No bones. Here we go. Bone meal. There. Now I have a giant tree. I really should make this thing automated. Oh well, problem for another time. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break for a moment. And I'll see you guys when I get back. Actually, I just checked the runtime for this particular video and we are at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to end it here. And I know that today we didn't do very much. Well, we did grow a tree. I guess that counts. But next episode we'll actually get stuff done. Because I would like to start working on Fire Mastery. And I do want to make some pots. Because I like the way they look. And I actually have a mini game with the pots that I will show you guys when I start making them. So we have lots of things to look forward to. Hope you guys keep watching. Hope you guys like it. And I'll see you next time.